Welcome back, guys. Sorry for the delay, let's quickly recap what happened earlier. Raon steadied his hand, the poison needle glinting in the candlelight. He's determined to finish the mission and break free from Derus. With a surge of confidence, he locks eyes on the Lord, ready to strike. But just as the needle nears the Patriarch's neck, Raon's eyes widen in shock. If you're new here or need a refresher, check out the previous chapter. Now, let's dive into this new chapter. The Patriarch of Epelon turns, his face pale with shock and fear, his arms tighten protectively around the boy on his lap. "Son, cover your ears for a moment," he whispers, trembling as he shields the child's eyes with his hand. Then, his gaze locks onto Raon, voice quivering yet resolute. "Are you here, to kill me? Fine. Kill me, but please, spare this child." Raon freezes, the poison needle trembling in his grip, his breath catches, his mind thrown into chaos, the words echo in his skull, shattering the cold certainty he carried. Raon grinds his teeth, fury twisting inside him. Damn it. I got too emotional. Because of my guilt, I barged in without even noticing the number of breaths inside this study. His mind races, cold logic clawing at him. I have to kill them, not just this man, but even the child who witnessed everything. The Patriarch squeezes his son tighter, closing his eyes as if bracing for the worst. Raon's grip tightens around the poison needle, knuckles white. He's obviously a villain anyway. He has to be an evil man, just like Derus. "I'll kill them here, no matter what." With frustration burning in his chest, he raises his hand to strike. But just as the needle descends, the weight of his guilt crashes down. Memories of innocence stolen, of children broken into assassins. Memories flood his mind, the bartender's words, "Whenever times are hard, he helps us." The family's laughter, "It's my first time seeing someone like the Lord. He's different from those fakes who never even leave the castle." The bread seller's kindness, "Why don't you settle down here too, young man? You'll definitely gain happiness." Each voice echoes, layering over one another, halting his strike. His arm stiffens mid-motion, frozen by the weight of their trust. The Patriarch, tremblingly speaks, "Please. I'm begging you." He then lowers himself to his knees, his voice cracks with desperation, "Spare the child." Raon stares, shock rippling through him, his body trembles, anger and confusion tearing at his resolve. Suddenly, Raon's hand presses the poison needle into the Patriarch's neck. The man gasps in pain, clutching at the wound. "Ugh." His voice trembles, desperate, "I'm begging you. Kill me however you like, but please, spare the child." Raon's cold eyes narrow. "You're not dead, so get up." Confusion flickers across the Patriarch's face as he stares at the assassin. Raon turns slightly, his tone sharp but controlled. "It's not a poison that kills instantly. Stop worrying and stand." The Patriarch hesitates, then slowly rises. Raon's voice cuts through the silence. "Is there a secret passage out of the castle?" The Patriarch, trembling, points toward the wall. "Behind that wall, there's a passage that leads to the back of the territory. It connects to a coastal cave." Raon's eyes harden, his resolve firm. "Good, that works out." Raon's voice cuts through the smoke-filled chamber. "Carry the child and escape to the coastal cave, right now." The Patriarch stiffens, shock and worry flashing across his face. "What?" Raon's tone sharpens, cold and commanding. "From here on, I'll stage your deaths." He pours a strange liquid onto the ground, its acrid scent filling the air. "If you want the child to live, move now." The Patriarch clutches his son tightly, hesitation trembling in his hands. But when Raon adds, "Wait in the coastal cave, I'll come to you with the antidote," the man finally nods. "Understood." With hurried steps, the Patriarch and his son vanish into the secret passage. Raon exhales, his eyes narrowing. "If I make a pile out of goblin corpses and burn it, they'll be fooled." He strikes fire. The flames devouring the castle walls, smoke billows into the night sky, painting the territory in chaos. Outside, workers cry out in shock as they see the blaze. "What is that?" One shouts, panic in his voice. Another stammers, "That mansion. It's the Lord of Epelon." They rush toward the inferno, fear and desperation driving their steps. "Damn it. Why is there suddenly a fire?" One curses, another yells, "Hurry, call everyone." From the cliff's edge, Raon and his squad watch the chaos below, the castle engulfed in flames, the people of Epelon rushing in panic. One of the assassins frowns, his voice sharp, "Why did you set a fire? Isn't this far too conspicuous? Wouldn't it have been better to move according to the original plan?" Raon turns his gaze on him, cold and unwavering, his thoughts cut deeper than his words. "This is the most frightening part of Derus's brainwashing. Even while under control, you don't realize it. You believe you're making the optimal decision yourself. That trait makes it impossible for someone who's been brainwashed to ever recognize the truth. Raon pulls several items from his bag, martial arts books and artifacts taken from Epelin's study. His voice is calm, deliberate. It's because of these, I wanted to present them to him. But if valuables go missing, it would invite suspicion. Burning the castle covers it up, and if we package it as Epelin's curse, we can use the public's love of superstition to avoid suspicion. One of the squad members nods slowly. I see, understood. Raon turns back, his tone sharp with command. Then take the artifacts and return to the Robert mansion. The member hesitates, doubt flickering in his eyes. Raon's gaze hardens. I'll check once more to make sure there are no problems, then I'll return. Later, beneath the moonlit cliffs, Raon approaches the coastal cave. The patriarch, clutching his son, looks up in disbelief. You really came. Raon's expression hardens, his tone grave. Listen carefully, you'll want to go home right now, but you can't. If you do, you'll die, and I'll die too. And it'll be more cruel than anything you've ever seen. He slices the air with a throat-cutting gesture, his warning sharp as steel. The patriarch stiffens, fear etched across his face. At the very least, hide here for a week. Raon continues, his voice is low, deliberate. By now, you're probably wondering who ordered me to kill you. The patriarch and his son exchange a glance, wonder flickering in their eyes. That is, the patriarch begins. But Raon cuts him off, his words heavy with truth. From now on, a plague will spread through your territory, and before long, someone will come, someone who will save the territory from that plague. That's the one who sent me here. Raon spoke with a calm, calculated tone. When you learn who he is, you'll understand. You'll feel it too, the urge to run, to get as far away as possible. Don't resist it. The patriarch nodded. Understood. After a week, I'll leave here and hear news of this place from another territory. Raon nodded. Good. Now take this. He handed over the antidote. The patriarch's eyes narrowed. What is this? Raon maintained his composure. The antidote to the poison I injected into you. It won't have any effect right now, so take it in a week. The patriarch nodded. Understood. Then, Raon turns to leave, his cloak brushing against the stone walls of the cave, but the patriarch's voice halts him. Wait just a moment. His tone is doubtful, trembling. If you spare me, will you be okay? Raon stops mid-step, his body stiffening. Slowly, he turns back, his eyes widening in surprise. Raon pauses, his eyes narrowing at the patriarch's question. His voice is steady, but there's a faint edge of disbelief. Are you worrying about the person who came to kill you right now? Then let me ask you something too. Why did you beg me to spare your son, even if it meant your death? Aren't people supposed to value their own lives the most? The patriarch tightens his embrace around his child, his voice trembling yet firm. As you live, you end up finding something more precious than your own life. I only realized it after my child was born. Raon's gaze lingers, conflicted. Do all parents end up thinking like you? The patriarch hesitates, his tone uncertain. Some don't, but most do. Raon stares at him in surprise, the words striking deeper than he expected. For a fleeting moment, he thinks of his own life, of what it might have been, of the love and care he never received. A faint smile touches his lips. I see, he murmurs softly. Then, with a rare sincerity, he adds, thank you, for answering my question. Turning away, Raon steps into the shadows, leaving the patriarch and his son behind. The patriarch clutches his son close, relief trembling in his voice. We survived, somehow. Come on, let's hurry and evacuate somewhere safe. If we stay here, it'll get dangerous. Son, you're hungry, right? Is there anything you want to eat? But as his words linger in the night air, a shadow moves behind them. An assassin, silent as death, approaches with a dagger glinting in the moonlight. The patriarch's voice softens, unaware of the danger. Tell me, what would you like to eat? In an instant, steel flashes, the dagger plunges forward. The sound of waves crashing against the shore echoes beneath the moonlight, mingling with the silence of death. By the water's edge, a lifeless body lies still. Beside it, the antidote glimmers faintly in the sand, hope abandoned, swallowed by the night. In Derus Robert's territory, within a dimly lit house, Raon stood before the window. The night stretched endlessly outside, but his thoughts were sharper than ever. It's tonight, he told himself, clenching his fist tightly. Thanks to Epelin's patriarch, the fog that filled my head has cleared. I can't stay here, in this land of demons, any longer. I'll escape this place, and find a new path. The conviction burned inside him, a flame stronger than the fire he had set in Epelin. Just then, the door creaked open, a servant stepped inside, bowing slightly. Raon. Derus has summoned you. Raon turned back, his expression unreadable. All right, he said firmly, I'll go now. Raon walked steadily through the dim corridors, each step echoing like a drumbeat of fate. His thoughts burned with clarity. A new mission came down faster than I expected. But it's perfect. I've already finished all preparations to run. I'm done with everything. Tonight, I'll escape hell. I'll live freely from now on. Confidence sharpened his gaze as he reached near Derus's side. He bowed low, masking the stone within him. I, Raon, have come as per your summons. The candlelight casting long shadows across his face, a sinister smile curled at his lips as Raon entered. Good, you're here. Derus said smoothly, his voice dripping with satisfaction. You did well again this time, Raon. Raon froze, shock and worry flashing in his eyes. His breath caught, his body stiffened. The moment I faced Derus, the moment I was about to kneel, I felt it. His thoughts churned like a storm. That today, I am going to die by this man's hand. The air grew heavy, suffocating. In the present, Raon sat near the window of the Zieghardt household, his expression heavy with sadness. The faint light of dawn brushed against his face. He stirred suddenly, blinking. Wait, did I doze off for a moment? I can't believe I'm dreaming about my past life at a time like this. How unusual. The door creaked open. Dorian stepped inside, his voice hurried. Young master. He paused, correcting himself quickly. Vice Corps leader, preparations for the expedition are complete. Raon straightened, his tone commanding. Good, we depart at once. To the site of the Raging Wind Corps' first mission. Together, they walked through the halls, their footsteps echoing with purpose. At the 5th training hall, the trainees stood waiting, eyes fixed on Raon, their leader, their guide into the storm that awaited them. Friends, this chapter comes to an end. To everyone watching, thank you for joining us on this adventure. If you're excited to see what happens next, let me know in the comments, ask for more chapters, and I'll keep them coming. If you'd like to support the channel and be part of our family, consider joining as a member. Don't forget to like and subscribe to help grow this community. Until next time, stay tuned.